Hello everybody, Hassan here, engineer, MBA, and investor. And today's video, I want to talk about Bionano Genomics, the company, the latest updates, what the CEO tweeted recently. And before we do that, guys, please like this video, smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Hit that notification bells for us to get our videos to you faster. And if you have any question, comment, feedback, input on this company or any video we make, leave in the comments below. We try to respond to every single comment. Now, this company here we covered a few weeks ago. I think it was around mid-April. We covered this company. We went to their investor presentation. We went through some of their products and solutions, and we were very bullish on this company. The influence that they have on social media platform is very significant. Many retail investors, shareholders across Reddit, Twitter, Instagram, and so on are very bullish on this company, and we found it extremely interesting that a company that's not really covered by legacy media is doing really well on the retail investment side of things. So I wanted to go over today's video about this company, latest updates. So this was actually yesterday. Eric Homlin, which is the CEO of this company, he tweeted, "Check it out, nice," right? And he linked to a full.com article which is titled as "Could Bionano Genomics be a millionaire stock maker stock?" Right, so really interesting. So off the bat, right, you don't have CEOs of public companies going on Twitter or on Reddit or so on and really linking to these types of article. This is unheard of. I mean, the only ones that really do that are like, maybe Elon Musk. I can't even think of another CEO that could really do this type of that could tweet this type of article and just associate their brand or company with these types of articles, because it's all about the financial side of things, right? It's legal, it's fine, there's nothing wrong with it. I just wanted to point that out. So it's really interesting that the CEO is very bullish on their own company. Makes sense, but when you have a CEO going on Twitter, it shows a level of confidence, it shows a level of determination. And I think this company is in good hands, in my opinion, right? If you have a CEO that's going to be tweeting these types of article, or maybe he's just trying to support the brand of his company. Again, the on Twitter, on Reddit, and so on, the reputation of this company is very strong. Shareholders are very happy, retail investors are all behind this company. So it makes sense that the CEO would go on Twitter tweeting this. The article here starts with how if you invested $10,000 on a company called Illumina, which is a company in this space as well, it reached around $1 million in 2018. So you saw your investment compound to that value. And this is what we talk about in this channel, right? These types of companies, guys, high risk, high volatility. But if you hold long term, if you believe in the fundamentals, if you've done your research, if you build conviction and you hold, very likely that your stock will grow in value. In this case, Illumina did, and this is what this author here on Fool.com is suggesting, is that this company BNGO will also have this type of return in the long term. And again, this is 14 years, guys, 2004, 2018, right? We're talking over a decade, so keep that in mind. And here they talk about how, let's zoom in maybe. He talks about how detecting structural variation. This is what we talked about in our previous video, as well how their Sapphire system is proprietary optical mapping technology, and it's able to identify specific DNA sequences that maybe other companies and other technologies cannot do it. So they have a competitive advantage. At least they believe they have a competitive advantage, and they stated that in their investor presentations as well. They talk about how it is increasingly popular. So the company shipped 11 Sapphire systems in the first 3 months of 2021, bringing it to 107 at the end of March. Right, so Sapphire system, that's what their solution, their product is. We took a look. Again, I'll link the video in the description, maybe, of the previous video we made back in April that goes all over their products and solutions. But keep in mind, this is when we talk about Sapphire, we talk about their proprietary system. And over here, we can take a look here. This suggests the previous installed machines are getting heavier workout, not just gathering dust. This is because their new Sapphire machines are accelerating, right? And the company sold 2,603 flow cells in the first quarter, 275 increase. When you see these type of percentage, you gotta pause and think for a second, right? These are great results. These are interesting results. This isn't a company that just is in the experiment side of things. They're shipping real products, real hardware, real software to their customers. And again, this is like a B2B type of software product, right? You sell to different healthcare providers, different institutions, different university. We took a look at some of their partnerships, and these partnerships, they remain for a long time, right? It's a sort of the same similar story as Palantir, where you build these institution partnerships that remain for a long time, right? They're lucrative contracts that remain for a long time, right? These aren't a few weeks contract. These aren't few months contracts. We're talking about years and years, right? There is a downside to it. There's maintenance support, but the upside is extremely bullish, right? You can always increase your influence, increase your product sold, have a different licensing structure. If you're this company is not just about hardware, it's also about data, right? What do you do with that data? You can leverage this type of platform. So really interesting here. And they're talking about how there's a growth ahead. And this is, I think, across the whole industry in the healthcare genomic side of things, right? Because of the pandemic in the past year in 2020 and 2021, really, we've seen a huge shift in the mentality of investors and communities and government officials with how important genomics, healthcare, gene editings, those types of technologies are. And I think we'll see much acceleration across different institutions. I think we'll see more partnerships, and this is what we'll see with this company as well. This is what this article is suggesting, that there's more healthcare providers even in Europe, for example, that will be building partnerships with Bionano Genomics, and this company is sort of structured positioned to really go forward with that acceleration. They're going forward with not just the sapphire based testing, but with future products and solutions. And I think here that they're talking about how the company spent almost $10 million in sales, general G&A expenses in the first quarter, which was 29% more during the previous year. And then during the modest increase in operating expenses, first quarter revenue jumped 179% higher, right? So their expenses are increasing. That's totally normal. This is what you expect to see in a company that's in high growth mode, trying to accelerate their growth. But at the same time, they're getting more revenue. Uh, their influence in different healthcare providers, different institutions is increasing. So that's what you want to see. Getting third parties to pay for your product is key to your success in any healthcare endeavor. So again, this is what this space is all about, guys. Partnerships, right? We saw how CRISPR Therapeutics built a partnership with Vertex. We saw how Beam Therapeutics is building this partnership with Verve, for example. This is what you want to see, right? Partnerships, right? And again, this is where the total addressable markets um, gets a hot take on it, right? This is where we get the hot take on it, that it's the biggest TAM, it's ever expanding. Because think about the partnerships with existing healthcare providers, institutions, universities, research labs, and so on. And then you can see this company like BNGO capitalizing on those types of partnerships, right? It's all about building those partnerships, building that story, and sort of doubling down on your investment, on R&D expenses, and so on. So that's what we see with this company. And then obviously the article talks about how there are risks. Obviously it's a high risk company, it's very volatile. We saw that from just the stock price earlier in this video. We saw it does fluctuate. So keep that in mind, right? The company does have about $370 million in cash as of March, so that's really nice. The cash burn rate could rise in an effort to market its Sapphire system to gain steam, but the company probably has a long enough runway to reach profitability before depleting its cash cushion. So this is what I wanted to end this video as well with. Many times these R&D type of focused companies, high growth acceleration type of companies, they lack money, they lack cash. What they end up doing is they end up raising money from the public markets. I'm pretty sure BNGO could consider doing that in the future. There's nothing stopping them doing so. But the fact that they have enough cash right now, $370 million in cash, and we looked at some of their type of expenses per quarter, they have enough lean runaway to really burn that cash, obviously to market and to promote their Sapphire systems. Again, the goal right now for this company is all about the Sapphire system, but in the long term, it's about leveraging that platform, right? Leveraging that data. We saw in the previous video which we made back in April that it's not just about the hardware, it's also about the software. So think about the opportunities. So very bullish on this company, guys. Very interesting. A great article here from Mr. Corey here on Fool. Again, Fool is a very well reputed website for investors, so highly advise you guys to look into it. This is what we do in this channel. We take a look at articles, we try to review some of these companies, and hopefully you guys appreciate this video. If you did, please like this video, smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so, and we'll see each other in the next video. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Thank you.